planning to build a residential complex. Now he wants to make this particular complex circular, and he's planning to make 3 buildings in this particular complex. So he has 3 buildings which will be constructed one by one. Now when he constructs the first building at this particular point A, he sees that he has a number of possibilities and number of ways in which he can make his circular housing complex. He can make number of circles using this particular point. For example, he can make a circle like this, which is passing through this point, and he has the cinema hall within his complex. Similarly, he can make this type of a circle in which he'll have school in his complex, or he can make this type of a circle in which he'll have shopping mall in the complex, or he can have many different possibilities. So there are many possibilities or many circles that can pass through this particular point, and as a result Sam has number of choices and number of ways in which he can make his circular housing complex. But he sees that as soon as he constructs the second building at point B, his options reduce. Now he has to make sure that the circle passes through both the points. So he can make a circle like this. So he may have the school in the compound, or he can have a circle in such a way that it encloses the shopping mall in the complex itself. But in none of the possibilities he can have the cinema hall. So his possibilities are decreasing. So he can draw circles like this, and he can have school or the shopping mall within his complex. Now he constructs the third building, and now what happens? Well, now if I try to draw any circle, you will see that with the 3 points I will always have just one circle. So there are no other possibilities, just one circle, which is this circle, and so he can only have the shopping mall in his complex. So what did you see here? When there are 3 points, you can only have one circle. Now what if the points are collinear, that is, they lie on the same line? What we saw previously were points which did not fall on the same line, they were non-collinear. But when we have collinear points, then can we have one single circle which can join all the 3 points? Let's see. So I have a circle, and I will try to adjust it in such a way that it passes through the points. Now when I allow it to pass through these 2 points, what do we see? We miss the third point. Now let's try another possibility. Now what do I see? I tried to pass it through these 2 points, I miss one point in the middle. Now, there can be a number of possibilities like this, but every time you will see that you are able to join 2 points, that is, you are able to allow 2 points to lie on the circle. You will miss the third point every time. As you can see, in all these possibilities, there is no circle which passes through all the 3 collinear points. And this is another important property. That is, if you have 3 collinear points, you can never have one single circle passing through all of them. But if you have 3 non-collinear points, then you will have exactly one circle which will pass through all the 3 non-collinear points. So that's what is our theorem. The theorem says that there is one and only one circle passing through 3 given non-collinear points. So we have non-collinear points A, B and C, and we need to prove that only one circle passes through all the 3 points A, B and C. For that, we'll have to do some construction. And what is the construction we need to do? We need to join AB, BC, and then we need to drop perpendicular bisectors on AB and BC, and from the intersection point of the 2 perpendicular bisectors, we draw line segments to A and C. So let's go ahead and prove. So this is our theorem. And what is given? Given is that A, B and C are the 3 non-collinear points. So we have A, B and C, 3 non-collinear points. Now we need to prove that one and only one circle can be drawn from the points A, B and C. So we need to prove this particular fact. Now, first of all, we'll construct. What is the construction? We'll join AB and BC. So we join AB and BC. Next, we draw the perpendicular bisector of the line segments AB and BC. So perpendicular bisectors are dropped and they meet at this particular point here. Now let these bisectors meet at O. So we name this particular point O, where these 2 perpendicular bisectors meet, and we join OA, OB and OC. So from this point O, we draw line segments OA, OC and OB. So now let's start with our proof. So first of all, we know that OA is equal to OB. Why do I say so? OA and OB? Because O lies on the perpendicular bisector of AB. So this is AB and O lies on the perpendicular bisector of AB. And whenever you have 2 line segments coming from a common point on the perpendicular bisector, they will always be of equal length. So in this case, OA and OB are coming from the common point on the perpendicular bisector of this particular line segment AB, and so OA and OB will be equal in length. Similarly, OB will be equal to OC. Again, O lies on the perpendicular bisector of BC, and OB and OC are coming from that common point on the perpendicular bisector, and they are coming at these 2 points, and so they will again be of equal length. So we have OA equal to OB and OB is equal to OC. So we can say that OA is equal to OB is equal to OC. So we already have OA, OB, OC. All the 3 are of same length. Now if a circle is drawn taking O as the center and OA as radius, then circle will pass through the points B and C, because these line segments are of same length. So if I take OA as radius and O as center and I draw a circle, then it will pass through the points B and C, isn't it? And only one circle can be drawn by taking the points A, B and C, because as you can see, they are equal in length, that is equidistant from O, and only one circle will pass through all the 3 points, because all these are making radii of the same circle. So we can say that only one circle can be drawn by taking the points A, B and C, because this particular center is the intersection of two lines, and two straight lines can intersect each other at only one point. So we can have only one center, this particular point, only one center which is equidistant from A, B and C. And so we can have only one circle with this one center which can pass through A, B and C. And so we prove that there is one and only one circle passing through 3 given non-collinear points. Now, is there a real life application of this particular theorem? Well, there is. You know, when ships go into the sea and when they are coming back to the harbor, then between the harbor and the deep waters of the sea, there is an area which is full of rocks. And if the ship approaches this particular area, then it will get damaged. Now, how do the ships calculate how inside can they come, or what is the least distance they need to maintain from the harbor? Well, for that they calculate a danger angle, and the ship needs to make an angle smaller than that pre-decided danger angle. Now, ship can be here or here or here. It can also be here. So every time it will have to calculate an angle made by the ship's position with two objects or two stationary objects on the shore or the harbor. Now, calculating angle every time is quite difficult. So what can we do about it? Do we need to calculate angle every time? Not really. What they do is they identify one point which is making the exact danger angle. Let's say this particular point. Now, they simply draw a circle using this point, and this point. Now, what do we know about non-collinear points? There is only one circle which will pass through all the 3 points. So there is just one circle which will cover all the 3 points, and the ship just needs to avoid that particular circle, because the edge of that circle decides the boundary crossing which the ship will exceed the danger angle. And so it's very easy. They simply mark a circle on the map and they avoid that particular circle. They do not enter that particular circle and they automatically avoid the danger angle every time. And that is because just one point on the outside and 2 points on the inside are enough to give us one single circle. There can be not more than one circle. And so it's very simple to draw it on a map and avoid that circle. As a result, avoid danger to the ship. All possible because of theorem of circles. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You can also register for free at deltastep.com to get all learning resources as per ICSE, CBSE, IB, Cambridge or any other curriculum. Over 5,000 amazing lectures across maths, science, English and social science. Our unique interactive video technology keeps you engaged, and our iDictionary feature allows you to quickly revise any concept. Master each topic at your own pace with our adaptive practice technology and 1 million plus questions. Get instant answers and detailed solutions. Be exam ready by taking unlimited mock tests, performance analysis along with actionable feedback, personal tutors to resolve your slightest of doubts. That's not all. You also get amazing prizes like PlayStations, iPads, watches, and many more, along with certificates through our Earn As You Learn program. So at deltastep.com, learning is not just fun and easy, it's rewarding too. So register for free now.